Well, Morgan's back in this position once again. Another top 10 matchup in the Big Ten Conference. As of right now, I'm just watching Alabama and Missouri, see if Alabama can try to get a fresh set of downs to knock off number 14 Missouri in a close matchup, 27-24 right now. But as we are waiting for that game, I will change again once it is that time. Both teams, Indiana, Oregon. So they did face each other once before. Fernando Mendoza was at Cal. Dante Moore was back at UCLA. So they have faced each other before. But now they're in the big stage. Heisman Trophy candidates. They're now Heisman Trophy finalists. Well, not finalists, but candidates. Two favorited to win a Heisman Trophy. This game is going to do something. And there's a lot of opinions. Like, does Indiana's defense can hold up Dante Moore and the Ducks' offense? Does Indiana's offense can keep up with the Oregon's offense? I feel like when it comes to that specific game, I feel like that game is going to bring 7 points. Right now, number 25 Florida State is losing by 3 to Pitt of all teams. So still it is third down for Alabama. Missouri just used their second timeout, but it is 3rd and 3. That is relatively close. Alabama could get a first down and seal the deal like that. But Ryan Williams had no catches. He had no catches today. Oh my goodness. He wasn't been used at all today. Alabama still managed to get themselves the victory against Alabama. So that is kind of crazy if you really want to think of it. That is kind of crazy. All right, so Missouri is facing on 3rd and 3. So a stop must be made here. A stop must be made. They're probably going to pass it, maybe. No, they're going to run it. Does not get it this time. In fact, he lost yardage too. So 3.5. So 3.5 for Alabama. So that is a 3.5 for Alabama. But now Missouri needs to drive down for at least a field goal or a touchdown to win the game. So right now we're just killing time. We're just watching the ending of Alabama and Missouri because that is close. Ohio State already took care of business. I feel like it's going to be Ohio State and somebody else. Unless all of a sudden Ohio State loses, which I don't think Ohio State losing is going to be much of a possibility, in my opinion. I don't think that is going to be the case. But I think Alabama next week, do they face Tennessee? I think they face Tennessee on the road. Oh, Pitt scored a touchdown. Now they're up by 10 over number 25 Florida State. So there's a little bit of an upset already right now. And they're probably gonna. So since they still on the field, I wonder they're just doing this just to make them jump. If they actually snap it, that's gonna be a shocking factor. I don't think they're actually gonna snap it. Just don't jump. That's all you have to do. Do not jump. Do not jump, Missouri. Do not jump. They're gonna make you jump. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. There you go. No jumping. There you go. No jumping that time. UCLA clobbered Michigan State. UCLA, man, 2-game winning streak for the Bruins. Impressive. Impressive stuff for the Bruins. Okay. All right, so Alabama's going to take the delay of game penalty. So that will be 4th and 10, and they're going to hand the punt of the way. They will punt it away. It looks like Cincinnati is going to win over UCF. Cincinnati has been playing really good football recently. They took care of Iowa State earlier. Houston too. Like Houston is going to be good too. And here we go. So now Missouri trying to force overtime or get the win over the Crimson Tide. I'm just going to keep an eye on the Gamecast because I'm going to stay until I see on ESPN that we have started. Okay. I'm going to hear a lot of crowd noises today. Rolling to his right. He has to throw it away. Actually, I need to use the restroom real quick. I should have gotten through earlier. So I will be right back. All right, we're good. Oh, brother, Missouri's on the fourth down situation. But yeah, coming into this game, Oregon is favored by 7.5. So about a touchdown and a extra point or a 2-point conversion, depending on how you want to follow that. So that is who we are. So that's what we're looking at. Missouri, one more down remaining, 4th and 6. He's going deep. Why are you going deep? Just get the yardage. And he still caught that. Oh, my goodness. And out of bounds. So that completely stops the clock. 52 seconds remaining for the Tigers. That was a deep throw, too. He just threw a prayer. Bro threw a prayer. That's great. And the total for that game is 51.5. But Missouri needs to hang on. They got 52 seconds. They can't really make any more mistakes. You can't really run the ball. You got no timeouts. And that was just a bad little screen pass. And the cat wants to go inside. Wants to come into the room. Is that right? Come on in. Come on into the room, get. All right. Okay. Not yet. I think kickoff is 3:40 for that game. I think they're just getting the introductions out of the way. But Missouri, he threw that way too high for the receiver. 43 seconds remaining. This is getting a little bit dicey here for the Missouri. Alabama's defense just needs one more stop, one crucial stop. But this is what they needed. We're definitely not watching. We're not going to watch overtime. But we will definitely take a look at the game if it does go into overtime. That is definitely a promise. So whatever close games that we have, I always like to keep it like on my side, so I can just update you on what we're doing. I was originally going to do like what Jacker Green and Nine is doing, calling 2 games with the Red River rivalry, but then I saw what Texas did. And what in the heck was that throw? Interception in Alabama will take the dub. Game-winning interception belonging to the Tide. Okay. So now, this is on CBS, right? Yeah, it's on CBS. All right. All right. Let's see. There we go. There's Indiana and Oregon. All righty. I am expecting this game to be relatively close. I'm expecting this game to be close. Indiana, clobber Illinois. I know Illinois just got clobbered by Ohio State, but the results but sometimes the result speaks for itself, right? Oregon had a really close game against Penn State, and then Penn State later embarrassed themselves to who you call it? They later embarrassed themselves to UCLA. Indiana is cruising right now, just crushing, not say crushing, but like winning against their opposition in every imagined opportunity. And here's Kirk Cignetti, the former head coach of James Madison. There were a lot of questions around him, like because a lot of the talent that Kirk Cignetti brought in was from James Madison. So now with the transfer portal, so like with the portal, right, and his players are seniors and they're leaving. It's like, who does he replace them with? And so right now it's 5-0. And here comes Oregon, and those, oh my goodness, the numbers are reflecting. Austin Stadium. I would like to go to Austin Stadium one day. Such a nice looking stadium. A really nice looking stadium. And then Indiana went to the college football playoffs, but then later gets decimated by Notre Dame. Here it is, the motorcycle. Tradition, baby. The duck on the motorcycle. Dan Lanning in Oregon wearing practically the same uniform to the Big Ten Championship, except with the silver O. There's just silver wings. I freaking dig them. I dig them. Drive that motorcycle. Let's freaking go. The Oregon Ducks, man. 3-0. They're 5-0. They're ranked number 3. They were number 2 after beating Penn State, but Miami's convincing win over Florida State, went past Oregon. So Oregon needs another statement to keep themselves into the top 3 or practically top 2. They're not going to be number 1 because Ohio State is going to be up there no matter what. And Ohio State's going to be number 1 no matter what. If Ohio State's keep winning, they're number 1. No question about that. Oregon just needs to keep winning to keep themselves up there. But Indiana and Oregon, man. Later, again, like this is what I've been saying, like when it comes to these like big time conference games. Indiana and Oregon, tiebreaker's going to come in later. Tiebreaker will come in later. Right? Let me go ahead and check the Big Ten standings. Let's see. Big Ten. Yeah, Indiana, Ohio. So Ohio State's going to be first place because technically they're going to be 3-0 of the conference, but Indiana's going to be second place, Oregon's third. Michigan, don't sleep on Michigan either. So right now, the race will be on Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, and Michigan. Oregon does not face Michigan, and they do not face Ohio State. So keep that in mind. So whatever tiebreaker scenarios they do not. I feel like the only time that will matter is mainly their home overall record, maybe, or their strengths of victory. But like Washington, like they had a convincing win over Rutgers last night. Like their offense was, they were just clicking and clicking and clicking, right? And Rutgers 0-3 now. Just be being at the bottom. And same with Michigan State. Penn State down to the bottom 5 in terms of standings. And those two losses to Oregon and UCLA, like Penn State needed those back. They 100% need us back. They're going to need them back. Let's see if Pitt can run it away against number 25 Florida. I think they can. I think they can take it away. Oh, the crowd. It's not even that's the thing about Oregon too. Like Oregon doesn't have the biggest stadium, but they are one of the loudest stadium venues in college of all of college football. Secretariat. Oh, that's how they got the name Secretariat. Right. All right. Dan Lanning, such a motivator. Like at first I was kind of iffy with him, but right now I feel like he's learning about his aggressiveness at times. Still, he shows some aggressiveness, but at times it gets better. All righty. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Kursignetti, the head coach, taking on number 3 Oregon. This is the first meeting in conference play between Indiana and Oregon. 58 degrees, so a little bit on the chilly side. And looks like Oregon is going to receive in the first half, so Indiana will get the ball in the second half. This is their 4th meeting all time. Oregon leads the series 2-1. They won the first 2 meetings in 63 and 64. Their last meeting was about 21 years ago in 2004, where Indiana won 30-24. And here they are meeting for the first time in 21 years. 21 years they have met for the first time. In the top 10, and the only top 10 matchup of the day is officially underway. And now we'll be go for a touchback. So incoming Dante Moore. A lot of people were not having conversations about him being a Heisman candidate, but after that game against Penn State, he's now part of the conversation. He was a backup to Dylan Gabriel and appeared only in 5 games last year. And it looks like Tess Johnson was trying to warn everybody, hey, watch out for Dante Moore. All right, here we go. It's 1st and 10 for the Ducks at the 25-yard line. Play action, Moore. And Moore gets sacked. First play. That's exactly what I was talking about. That defense in Indiana, that's going to be the real deal. First play, first sack. Wow. I mean, that was even a good pickup from Winnington, but it was like around the outside. That's where the struggle was. That's where the struggle was. So 7-yard loss for the Ducks. Handing off to Whittington. Whittington trying to gain back those yardage, which he kind of almost did. Which he kind of does in a way. Hayden Fisher. He was a first-team All-American linebacker last year, so keep an eye on him. He can make some big plays. Oregon facing a 3rd and 11. Empty backfield with 5 wideouts. There's two high safeties for Indiana. Those are screen to Gary Bryant. Bryant goes outside. He gets the first down. Will be forced out of bounds when Oregon will extend their drive. Great blocking. You got to get to the Corey and Mora with the blocking. That was definitely a key block to get them the first down. So Oregon gets the first down. They're at the 37-yard line with the gain of 13, I believe. Gary Bryant goes in motion. Dante Moore hands it off to Whittington. Whittington goes left hash and picks up about 5. He will pick about 5 yards on the play. And that's another thing about Oregon, too, like the running backs. They got plenty of options who they have. Newell Whittington, Jada Lamar, Gary Hill, Jordan Davidson. Like, you got 2 true freshmen, and they can definitely build up this offense on the run. Moore dropping back, and Moore is going to the middle. We'll check it down to Whittington. Don't know why he would have just run straight forward, but instead he will be a yard or 2 short as he was running sideways. Don't know why you did not want to run forward, Whittington. Don't know why you had to run forward. Just run forward. That's all you have to do. No need to be fancy with the jukes. Just run forward. Because Whittington can be displayed as a power back, too. That's another thing as well. He could be labeled as a power back. This is Harris, Jay Harris in the backfield now. 3rd and 2, Bryant in motion. Direct snap, and Harris. Oh, that is definitely short. I think Lanning's going to go for it. This is what Dan Lanning's doing. No matter where you are on a 4th and 1, he will do what they can to go for it. The direct snap went to Harris, but that's just only a yard. And here we go. Oregon's going to go for it. Here we go. 4th and 1. Dante Moore under center. Let's see. Davidson gets handoff. Oh, I don't think he got it. Oh, dang it. Does not get it. He does not get it. He does not get it. Oh, that sucks. Darn it. Because last week, Dan Lanning went for 4th down 7 times and got 5 and was successful on 5. Right now, not a good start. First time, does not get the first down. So Indiana will get the ball back. We'll get the ball. Already a tough spot. Tough start. That's a tough start. Pitt upsets Florida State. And Washington State is down by 3, 24-21. Are they seriously going to score again? Are you kidding me? Hold on, let me check on the Gamecast right now. Okay, I was about to say, like, it looks like it was just I think it was just recent. So that means Washington State needs to get the ball back quickly. Keep an eye on Ole Miss and Washington State. That's going to be truly a big upset if that was the case here. Hold on, my cat wants to get out. Go on up, man. Go on up, cat. All right. So Oregon was getting itself a drive. They were not making too many big of explosive plays, but Dan Lanning trying to go for a 4th down. I knew he was going to go for a 4th down. And with Indiana's defense already, they turned the ball over on downs. So, good start for Indiana. Not so much of a good start for Oregon. Signetti already getting a good start. But also, it's not about how you start. It's mainly how you finish. So, what more could you done? But now we're going to see Fernando Mendoza under center for the first time today against the Ducks. So the front seven is going to be an issue for the Ducks. They already got a sack, they got a turnover, so this is going to be tough. Fernando Mendoza. He was a quarterback from Cal. He's seeking his second win against the AP Top 10. Yeah, they defeated Illinois 63-10. See if Indiana can do it again. First road win over a top 10 opponent since 1987. Hot Lord. So they're going to start it from Oregon's 46, Mendoza. Play action. Mendoza, he's going deep already. Oh my gosh. With a comeback route on top of that. Good separation from him and the Oregon defender. Holy crap. That was such a good placement, too. That just helps him separate himself with the defender. Damn. Just damn. First and 10 at the 22 now. Play action again is Mendoza. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to throw on the run, and will go out of bounds. And that would be second down and 10 now for the Hoosiers. Howdy once again, RFK. How are you doing today? And of course, Jesus is king. He is indeed the king. Second down to 10 now. Here's a handoff, and only going to get about 3 yards on the play. That was Roman Hemby with the carry for 3 yards. So Indiana looking at a third and a long opportunity here. Doing good. Glad you're doing good, RFK. Louisville on the bye this week. There's some good games going on, like the Alabama-Missouri game. That was a good game. Missouri was close. About to turn on the Red River offering. Update me with that game, please. I was about to do 2 games, but your boy is focusing on his own game. Drop it back, Mendoza. He's gonna go left sideline, deflected, incomplete. 4th down for the Hoosiers. And that was deflected by Theron Johnson. And whoever's 13, he's already an issue. Elijah Surratt. He's an issue. 100% issue. Yeah, I know. He was doing both games. If both games were a top 10 matchup, then I would have done both games. Someone 100. Whoo, 100 big bucks. Someone's doing, as Tom Grassi will quote, the cha-cha. Well, I get a false start. So Indiana will get the first penalty of the day. Wait, so Dylan Thieneman went back out? Wow. Impressive work from Thieneman. Alrighty. 42-yard attempt for Indiana after the 5-yard penalty. Snap, kick up, And the kick is good. So Indiana will get 3 points. We'll get a field goal off of the turnover after Oregon tried to go for it on 4th and 1 after stuffing Jordan Davidson at the line. But still a good start, though. You're taking the lead over Oregon. You know, you're balanced. Ole Miss needs to follow top 5. They are in a close game for some reason over Washington State. Let's see. 2:13 remaining. It's Ole Miss 24-21. I'm not watching the game there. I'm just looking at the game cast at the moment. I want to see how this will turn out. They need to rank James Madison. Hey, James Madison and Old Dominion will play. Old Dominion's been playing darn good football as well, and they're both in the same conference. So that is going to be good. I say that's going to be nice. James Madison's a nice team. You guys almost lost it. I think you guys almost lost to them too, I believe. So, yeah, I would definitely try to consider James Madison in the rankings, because right now to consider in the rankings, like group of 5 wise, Memphis is up there, Old Dominion's up there, South Florida's up there. Not sure about North Texas because of that blowout loss, but Tulane could be there too, and Navy. Yeah, Sunbelt's been having some pretty good football. Yeah, Sunbelt's in good football right now. Mainly James Madison and Old Dominion are playing some darn good football right now. Yeah, you came back and won by multiple TDs. Yeah, Memphis and USF. And guess what? One of them will drop out because in 2 weeks, actually, in 2 weeks, Memphis and South Florida will face each other. So someone will lose, unfortunately. But Navy needs to be ranked as well. Yeah, that's what I said too. Navy should be ranked as well. So right now we hit the 2-minute warning. Okay, so 9:42. There we go. Let's see here. Oklahoma has kicked a field goal. 4th and 6 for Ole Miss now at Washington's 44. They're probably going to give it a pooch punt from what I'm seeing. That too. That's one thing too. Like, that's the thing about me for Oregon, because college football playoff is like a must for Oregon. It's like, if we lose a game, I'd rather lose close. I'd rather lose close to like teams that are closer to be ranked. Wazoo looks ugly on the SEC bug. All right, so Oregon will get the ball back. Hopefully they do not turn the ball over on downs. Indiana will kick it for a touchback once again. So Oregon will get the ball back at the 25-yard line. Sure, I'm not trying to be as loud as usual, but I'm just trying to save the energy for the game that we're going to have coming up tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern between BYU and Arizona. So that is going to be fine. All right. All right. Here comes back Dante Moore in shotgun formation. I think that is Deer Hill in the backfield. Ball given to Hill, and Hill, no gain on the play. No gain on the play. I'm always bad with the clock. I'll be right back. Cat, let's come in again. I thought you wanted out, dude. Oh, you wanted out, man. All right, 2nd and 10. All right, 2nd and 10. Moore drops back. He's going to throw a check down to Davidson. Davidson, no gain as well. Oh, my goodness. So another third down again. Another third down for the Ducks. So 8:57, 8:56. So about 5-second difference between what you have on the screen and the game, so you don't get confused of what we have going on. Third and 10, so another third and long opportunity for the Ducks. Dante Moore drops, throws it to the sticks. Oh, he was holding him. He was holding him. Come on. And Oregon will go 3 and out. He was very physical with him. He was very handsy on him. And he was covering, I believe that was Malik Benson with the cat trying to catch. That was D'Angelo Pons. Rugby style kick for the Hoosiers. And he's going to take it at the 23, and he's going to stay at the 22-yard line. Indiana's defense, they're playing dang good. I don't think Washington State going to win. They're at their own 22. Down by 3. Not a good start for Oregon. Not a good start. Not good. Not good. Oh, hold up. So pass interference on the defense are all missed. So now Washington State has the ball on their own 37, which gets them closer, but not close enough to try to go for a Hail Mary. There's no way a college quarterback could throw that far unless you have the arms of Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. There's just no way. There's no way. I feel like a group of 5 should be getting more representation. I feel like it hasn't been getting a lot of representation. It's been USF and Memphis. It was Boise State at first, but then South Florida happened. It's like, hey, remember your time in the college football playoffs? Step aside. Now it's my turn. Step aside, sir. Now it's my turn. So, Fernando Mendoza is going to go back and just make Oregon's defense look silly. Just me or last year Pac-12 played like Power 5. I feel like last year played like Power 5. I'm just not sure, like, for coming to next year, are teams like Boise State, Colorado State now, and Utah State part of the Power 5 now? Yeah, almost just beat Washington State 24-21. Washington State put up a good fight. Good fight, man. Good fight. Give the Cougars some credit, man. They put up a good fight against a powerhouse SEC team. But they should be dropped to about at least number 6 just for that. All righty. 8:16 left of the first quarter. You just saw the end of Wazoo. Yeah, it was a game-winning. It was an interception. Unfortunate. Mendoza throws it to the middle, picks up about 5 on the play. So 2nd down and 5 for the Hoosiers. And that was caught by Riley Nowakowski. Caught by Riley Nowakowski. has only one Pac-12 win since 2023. Rip. The run, and he's going to be just a yard short. That's going to be Roman Hemby with the carry. Because they're doing a silent count. That's what Oregon did at Happy Valley as well. So it's like, you know how to. So it looks like they're finding a little solution to loud crowds like Austin or Happy Valley, or heck, even Columbus. Just silent counts. Throw down to 1 for. Oh, false start. That's a false start. That's on the left guard. Not that time. That's false start. All right, now it's 3rd and 6. So it's now 3rd and short. So now it's 3rd and short now for the Hoosiers now. Mendoza bringing 5, and Mendoza's gonna get sacked. Amari Washington will deliver the first sack for the Ducks. So now each team now has a sack so far in this game. Oregon State has 0 Pac-12 wins in 2023. That's also an ouch. Amari Washington, thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate a good sack. 4th and 15. That's a 9-yard loss for Indiana. That's delay of game. That's going to be delay of game. Oh, my goodness. This might be delay of game on Indiana. So 3 penalties, and now 3 penalties right now, 2 in that 1 drive. So now they're going back further. This could give Oregon in prominent position. And there's Gary Bryant waiting for the return. So McCarthy is going to pump from his own end zone, probably to the goal line, which he does. He gets it off quick. And then that will be caught at the 48. So Oregon will start around midfield this time. Good field. Yeah, this is probably the best field position for either team. Well, Indiana probably had the best start because it was at the Oregon's 46, I believe. But approximately around the same good. It's a good field position for Ducks. Georgia Tech beating the crap out of Virginia Tech already. That's expected. That is 100% expected. I love a good old drunken sailor. Let's see here. Notre Dame beating North Carolina State as per usual. Looks like we are still 0-0 in Boulder, Colorado as they face against the Cyclones of Iowa State after they lost to Cincinnati last week. And then 4:15, we will get to Arkansas versus Tennessee. You remember last year, Tennessee lost to Arkansas at their home stadium. So see if Arkansas can do it again, but in Knoxville this time. So just stay tuned. But let's see here. Let's check the other game, see how they're doing. Northwestern is beating Penn State with 2:51 remaining in the first. What the freak? Northwestern, please beat Penn State. I don't care if Penn State can't go any lower. Somehow, some way, make them go lower. Please, Northwestern. I am begging you. Because everybody hates Penn State now. Nebraska, Maryland. Ooh, that's a toughie. And Wake Forest up 8-0 over Oregon State. Oregon State and Sam Houston, I believe, are the only teams in the FBS that are 0-6. And Oregon loses. No bowl game for them. No bowl game for them. Oh. They're saying that when they got a false start penalty, it should have been defensive. I know they just implemented these types of rules last year. So, like, why is shifting on the lineman now is delay of game on the defense? I don't understand that now. Why is that? And you kind of the Corian more on the end around gets past the 45, will be tackled at the 44 or the 44. A little bit of a reverse there. That's a gain of 6. Ooh, and Davidson jukes the man. That could have been bad. So now you're 3rd and 3 now. Could have lost yardage right there, but Davidson 100%. I forgot to do the stupid timer again. Son of a gun, dude. DeCorian, Dante Margot indeed. He has a wide open Malik Benson. Touchdown, Oregon. Wide open Malik Benson. Well, receiver out of Florida State. Who was supposed to cover him? Line up at the slot. He had no idea. He just slipped slide by through. He's like, hey, buddy. Well, he wasn't even paying attention. Northern Illinois falls to Eastern Michigan 10-16. Go Eastern Michigan. Go Eastern Michigan. And the extra point is up and good. Oregon will get the touchdown after 51 yards. Yoink. Malik Benson with a long touchdown catch. 3-6. A long touchdown pass to Malik Benson. Long touchdown pass to Malik Benson. Indiana, yeah, that was for 44 yards. Now, sometimes, this is the first time I'm doing this. Sometimes I get a little trigger happy and press it one more time than usual. Because not every extra point is guaranteed. So, but that was a quick commercial break. I appreciate that. CBS getting quick commercial breaks. Thank you. Will Stein, 3rd season. So now Indiana. Can you take points off if needed? I kind of can't, but I can always do like an edit. Like this is kind of like how I did it. There's an edit button. I think I just do 6, and then I could just put it back up like that. Touchback Indiana starting their own 25. So like the only time I could go back is like if I edit it. If I edit the scoreboard as needed. So That's how it's worked. Here comes Fernando Mendoza. See how they respond after that touchdown after some penalty controversy. Penalties. Indiana has 3 penalties. Oregon has no penalties. Mendoza handing it off. 4-yard pickup to Katelon Black. So you got to score. This is like a play clock, but it's like I don't want to make trouble for myself. These are the penalties. And of course, the 3 dots are your timeouts, your quarter, and then of course the game clock. It's like a play clock, but I'm not messing with that. Ignore that. 2nd down and 5 for Indiana. Play action, Mendoza rolling to his right. Throws it. That's the 1st down. Gets to about the 41, 42-yard line. Caught by Cooper. That was caught by Cooper. Or Coogan. I think it was caught by Coogan. Yeah, so watch this. So I'm not paying attention, right? With a timer. I could just do this. 405. Once it goes down, bam. There you go. And Black breaks the tackle, gets the 1st down to the Oregon 45-yard line. God, why you want it out? We want play clock. We want Justin to work. You are funny. Want to see Mama? Want to see Mama, cat? Getting up and down a lot today. Mendoza going right, wide open again. Cooper again with a catch. This ain't good, man. Let's think. Yeah, Omar Cooper. That's the name. Omar Cooper with the catch. Another big 1st down for Indiana. Empty backfield look for Indiana. Mendoza. Well, throws a quick screen to Omar Cooper, and he gets the 1st down. Oh, my gosh. The passing game is actually getting good for Indiana. Oregon's got to make adjustments to stop that passing game. Indiana's putting up a good fight now. He's already performing better than he did when he faced Oregon in 2023 when he was with Cal. Omar Cooper, 33 yards. It's been him so far. And it's Omar Cooper. Who is supposed to cover Omar Cooper? I'm serious about that. You got diagnosed with a disease last week? What disease? What disease did you get diagnosed with, man? Hope it's nothing too serious. Second down and 10. Oregon got to get that stop. Oh, sweet jeepers. How do you say this? How do you say this? What's the definition? And as Hemby gets a gain of 6. 3rd and 4 for the Hoosiers. I was smelling too many volcanoes. Too many volcanoes? What were you doing near a volcano? What were you doing smelling volcanoes? I don't understand. Come on, Oregon. 3rd down and 4. So lung disease from smelling certain ashes makes for certain rocks only found in volcanoes. I never knew that. Here we go. 3rd and 4. Indiana. Mendoza runs up the middle. He gets the 1st. Almost a first down at the 3. Indiana looking to take the lead before the first quarter ends. But that is an interesting fact. Certain ashes. And what's your new phobia? What is your new phobia? Handing off to Hemby, going up, trucks his way, touchdown, Indiana. I did it. See right there? I clicked it too many times when I was trying to give him 6 points. That's the issue I'm facing. That just means you don't like long words. So now Indiana going to town on the Oregon. Ten 7. This is going to be a back and forth affair. 15 seconds left of the first quarter. Oregon now has to respond from that touchdown. Now, like I said, the biggest and third biggest word in the English dictionary for in the last 5 minutes. Here's my question, right? Because sometimes like certain phobias are like ridiculous. So like fear of spiders. Okay, I can see that. Fear of heights, I can see that too. You don't like being too high. But like fear of long words, like what would that do for you? North Carolina State has scored a touchdown onto Notre Dame. So Oregon will get the ball back. 15 seconds remaining. Noah Whittington back waiting for the fear of long words. They can't even say there's a phobia without having a heart attack. See. 49ers, Buccaneers. That should be a good one. Browns, Steelers. See how Dylan Gabriel manages against Pittsburgh. 3 to 15% of the population are afraid of long words. Wonder who those people are. All right, handing it off to Whittington. Whittington trying to go up the middle and gets a gain of 7. I was about to say, like, it looked like he got a little tug in the face. And they're booing because they want the face mask. Wow. They missed the face mask. Are you kidding me? Whereas didn't really get it. I don't think he caught that. You can't really tell that's a face mask. It does look like from far away. It looked like he got he grabbed. Like I can see why it may look like it because you're grabbing on the top of the jersey, and then because the higher you are, like the more you're gonna turn your head around like that. And because he grabbed right here, it's enough to give him a pull in the direction you want him to go. So I see why that can be tricky. I can see why there's a no call there. So now it is 10 to 7, Indiana taking the lead over Oregon. Let's see what other scores we have here. It is still 3-0. 3-0 Oklahoma over Texas. Let's see here. Colorado has scored a touchdown. Eli's Lies. He lies. You don't steal Danny DeVito's line. You just can't do that. Bojangles is good. It's like naturally, it's like they put in like a little bit of spice, and like they add in like a little spice, even though like you didn't ask for spicy chicken. It just makes like the chicken just tastes so, just makes the chicken sound good. So. Let's see. I just need the scores. That's all. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Kent State. Oh my goodness. The Battle of Suck. Kent State in Massachusetts. The Battle of the Suck. Yeah, Penn State is taking the lead. Fun's over. Fun's over. Georgia Tech just taking care of business against the Hokies. Really good care of business against the Hokies. It's about time. And the Jazz have elevated Brandon Smith for the London game tomorrow. But here we go. We are back in the second quarter. But yeah, this, like I said, yeah, that is going to be a very tough battle here. Here you go, 2nd and 3. Dante Moore trying to throw off the back shoulder, incomplete. Now you're facing 3rd and 3 for the Ducks. That's not a face mask. He grabbed him in the he grabbed him right in the front of the jersey, just like I said. I think that's what the deal was. All right. 3rd and 3. Dante Moore looking, rolls to his right, and he's going to try to run for the first down, and he's short again. Oh my gosh. Just short again. Oregon keep on getting short with these runs. And he got blocked with the run. And that's Fisher. I think that's Eric Fisher, who they were talking about could make an impact. And one of Indiana's players is down on the field. Here, let me change that. 4-1. They might go for it. Huh. Grilled cheese cheeseburger? Man. I'm missing a lot from Applebee's. A grilled cheese cheeseburger. Are you out of your mind? A grilled cheese cheeseburger. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Who's Thursday Night Football this week? Bengals and Steelers. Bengals, you're gonna get clobbered. Brandon Smith. So the Jets elevated Brandon Smith to the active roster. He was a player on the DC Defenders. Excuse me. Want to shout. Fun fact, the song "You Make Me Want to Shout" by the Isley Brothers, I believe that's how they pronounce their name. That song was in a movie that was featured in Eugene, Oregon. So that's why the University of Oregon gets to play that song when they reach to the fourth quarter. Yeah, see, what happened to Wyatt? Oh, he got his legs tripped up. That ain't good. Kamara was down on the sideline. Oh my goodness. Oregon still staying on the field. This is the Dan Lanning experience. So this will be the second time he's going to go for it today. So what does Oregon get to do? Dante Moore is under center. You want to go back in, but world. All right, here we go. Oregon's going to go for it from your own 34. Jeez Louise, you're going for it. And he got it. Jordan Davidson. They got more than 1 yard. So there you go. True freshman Jordan Davidson does get the first down this time. So right now, Oregon's now 1 for 2 on fourth down conversions. They pretty much did a fullback dive with this one. It was Davidson again, but they trying to make sure like it was a pit. They trying to fake a pitch and then give it a fullback dive. Jordan Davidson, speaking of which, is in the backfield. Dante hands it off to Davidson again. He gets the first down, gets past 45, spins, breaks the tackle, gets to the 35, will be down at the 32 in Indiana territory. Jordan Davidson already got a couple good big runs already for the Ducks. The true freshman, Jordan Davidson, number 0. The speed, the elusiveness is there for Jordan Davidson as he fights for more and more yardage. And another injured Hoosier, and that's one of the defensive backs I would think. That was Jamari Sharp, the defensive back of the Hoosiers right there down in the field and hurt. I'm going to pause it because I don't know what time they are at. Easy for him to say, right? 32, DeCorian Moore in motion. Here's a handoff, and that's Davidson, but he only gets 2. He gets tripped up to the 30. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Ducks. Let's see where. Wow. Yeah, so it looks like Sharp is back in. Sharp is back in. Play action. Dante Moore. He might go deep, and he's gonna run it past the 25, and he will slide at the 20. First down for the Ducks. And there's a flag on the field. Let's see. Holding on the center. That is a definite rip. So that first down is going to get called back, unfortunately. Yeah, he just grabbed him by his waist. You can't do that. You cannot do that, man. Yeah, so back to 38. So still big. I think it's still second down, right? Second to 16 now. Moore dropping back. Play action. He's going to go middle again. And it's Davidson. He gets to the 33. So that's going to be about 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10 for the Ducks. All right. 3rd and 11. Moore dropping back, way back this time. And Dante Moore shovels it to Jalen Lamar, but he's going to lose yards regardless. Just good defensive play by the Hoosiers. And we got a penalty here. That's going to be on the defense. I'm hearing the crowd cheering. Inside 15, so illegal contact. Ooh, no. Holding on Indiana, and that's on Jamari Sharp. Oh, my goodness. It was good, too. He was fighting to get sacked on Dante Moore. It was a good play. They pressured Dante Moore. That is something Indiana needed, but that gets called back. But that's going to get a first down because Sharp got called for holding. So it's like, what in the world? You're just blowing big plays, big opportunities now. Handing off to Lamar. Lamar going left, gets past the 20. And we second down after a 3-yard gain from the Ducks. All right. They're identical, except Moore got a touchdown. So pretty much, but other than that, they're identical. For the 19, play action, bootleg to the left. Oh my gosh, incomplete. It was Johnson dropping a pass. That would have been first down if he caught that. Damn it. Come on, Johnson. I know you can do better than that. That was Jamari Johnson, the intended target. That should have been a catch by him. Forgot Norvan Brocklin was a quarterback from Oregon. 3rd and 6. They need to get to the 13. Moore rolling to his right. He's going to try to run it, but he will get sacked by Aiden Fisher for several yards. Aiden Fisher finally gets a sack that counts. Man, Indiana's defense is good. He was covering him, and then the pressure just got to him. And besides, he can't even throw across his body. If he was able to throw that ball like a friggin' missile down the field. He can't do that. Aiden Fisher's a good linebacker. Atticus Sappington, kick is up, kick is good. And we are going to tie it at 10. And Indiana will get the ball back on that drive. It's 18 this time. Okay, there we go. But Indiana's defense, it shows. Like, Oregon should not have scored on that drive. Like, if it wasn't for that holding call by Sharp, Oregon would not have scored. They would not have scored on that drive. Indiana's defense is a real deal. They're going up against one of the most powerful offenses of the game. And Indiana's doing a really good job holding on with Oregon. You gotta give a lot of props to that. Because if this keeps up, man, I think Indiana might put up a better fight than what Penn State did 2 weeks ago. In my opinion, of course. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these scores right here. Let's see here. Georgia Tech shutting out Virginia Tech 18-0. Marshall beating Old Dominion 14-7. It's still a 3-0 game. Oklahoma over Texas, so that game is a lot closer than anticipated. We have a 7-7 ball game between number 16 Notre Dame and North Carolina State. Iowa State is currently losing to Colorado 7-0 in the second quarter, and Northwestern takes the lead over Penn State 10-7. Maryland takes a 14-10 lead over Nebraska, and Wake Forest shutting out Oregon State. And still scoreless in the second quarter between TCU and Kansas State. Air Force is leading UNLV 14-10. And there's a lot of scores. We have a tie game down at Temple between Navy and Temple 7-7. And Arkansas takes a 7-0 lead over Tennessee in the first. So I'm not going to try and update as often because that might get old. That might get not only old, but it's going to get annoying quick. So far, some surprises so far, like Iowa State losing. Tied game between NC State and Notre Dame. Those are surprising losses. Those are surprising losses. All right. But Indiana only allowed Oregon a field goal, so we are tied at 10. Ooh, a 45-yard passing touchdown from North Carolina State. That's how they tied it up. And the cornerback played for the ball. So that means he's not going to go try to tackle him. So no good. No good for right there. I feel like Austin Stadium might be a great opportunity to be like one of the stadiums that you could bookmark of. Where would you want to go? Austin Stadium. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Appreciate you guys joining in on Indiana and Oregon. We have a tied ball game at 10 apiece with 9:18 remaining in the second quarter. Oregon's going to kick this one off to Indiana, potentially for a touchback. So Fernando Mendoza and the Hoosiers will start from their own 25-yard line. Because right now, Indiana's offense is offensing. It's darn good. And Mendoza realizes that, okay, I can't really take my time. I got to make these decisions quick. So it's not like you got to do more. You got to do more of doing, and then you have to do with thinking. That's something I believe Mendoza is realizing against this Oregon team. Oregon is physical, but Indiana can be physical too. So don't count out Indiana. Like, we are all expecting this game to be tough. It's going to be tough. And that's the catch, and that is Surratt again. Elijah Surratt. He is one of the most key pieces on the defensive side of the ball. 9-yard gain for Surratt. The handoff gets nowhere. That is Black getting nowhere. That was supposed to be Kalon. That was Kalon Black getting nowhere. So now you're facing 3rd and 1. Bear Alexander, he is a prominent defensive tackle right there. So Oregon facing with a 3rd and short. This is Philadelphia Eagles. They might tush push it. You can hear Austin Stadium getting very loud. Getting absolutely loud. 3rd and 1. Mendoza on shotgun. Play action. He's going to go quick pass again. Oh, that might be a flag. That might be a flag. They're not going to call that. What? How is that not a flag? I'm an Oregon fan. That should have been a penalty. That should have been a flag on Finley. He was tugging his jersey. That's a blatant holding call, and the officials do not call that. What? I'm with Kirk Cignetti. That should have been a flag. Sideline warning on Kirk Cignetti. I don't blame him getting angry. I don't blame him getting angry. He's upset. He is livid. Ooh, so it looks like Indiana's going to get a sideline warning. Those will not be counted for the penalty. But that should have been holding on Oregon. And Indiana will have to use a timeout. How does nobody see that? How is that not pass interference on Oregon? There should have been a penalty right there. And they can't really go back and look at it. And now instead, you lost a timeout and got called with a sideline warning. You got to keep it cool. You could be upset. This should be a penalty. He was pulling his jersey. Brandon Finney pulled his jersey. That should have been a flag. And they're going for it. They're taking a big risk. Going for it on your own 34, that is a risk. And Oregon went for it 2 times, and now Indiana is mad. And that might be false start again. False start. Indiana, oh my gosh. These penalties. Oh my goodness. And it was just shifting too. So why? So that's why I don't understand college, because this is a new rule since last year. So why does the defensive lineman shifting causes the delay of game? I don't quite understand that. We might look it up once we in a commercial break. Gary Bryant takes it from the 30, and he's going to get down around the 35-yard line. But let's look that up. So in college football, and there's another flag. God, Lee. Oregon gets called on for holding. So, in college football, why is D-line shifting causes delay of game? Somebody help me out with this. If you understand, feel free to drop the comments down below. But right now, I just don't understand why is that a new delay of game penalty? I mean, getting delay of game on the defensive side, of course, the most obvious, like if you're preventing the opposing team in getting the ball or the ref getting the ball just to waste time on the opposition. So, like, I get that. But why the line? But why the line shift? That's why I'm not understanding this. So why understanding? Let's see. So I'm looking up. Let's see here. This is on 247sports.com. I'm trying to look here. Let's see. The SEC coordinator of football officials explained on the media day that they were officially penalizing defense for what he called action that simulate the snap. McDay showed an example what will and will not be allowed going forward. The two defensive linemen who shift or stem is also called before the snap can do. The other defensive lineman who's stationary but flinches as another move would be penalized. It's what we call delay of game defense. It's not a false start in the offense. The defense cannot simulate action of the snap for the purpose of trying to get his or opponent to move prior to the snap. UNLV blew it. Not over yet. Not over yet, right? It's only 14-10. It's still, you guys are still in it. I mean, it's not good. You're losing the Air Force, but you guys are there. But you guys are right there. It's 21-0 now. Oh, shoot. Ouch. Sorry, man. I guess ESPN decided not to update. Because they decided not to update. All right. 8 minutes left until halftime at the 21-yard line of Oregon after being called with a holding penalty. Play action. Good pass to DeCorian Moore to the 35-yard line. That is first down, Oregon. It's more squared. Too many penalties. No, Indiana. No, you missed a blatant pass interference. Like, it was obvious pass interference, and the refs did not, and the officials did not call it. Kirk Cignetti had to call it, had to let go of a timeout and got given a sideline warning. You should have seen it. He was bad. He was mad. Empty backfield now. Dante Moore going left side, incomplete. He had to throw it away. He had nothing there. How many penalties? Wait, Tugboat. How many penalties does UNLV have right now? I think I'm pushing myself doing BYU or Arizona. I'm not going to call off that game. I'm probably just going to need time to myself to relax. I think this game is what I care about the most. So at least you got Sunday Night Football coming in tomorrow. Feel like I'm just going to give myself a little too much work. And that's Malik Benson. Do it behind him. Incomplete. 5 penalties for 60 yards so far today. Hey, that's how many Indiana has right now. And Indiana's not happy. They are surely not happy. Hey, Tugboat, did you see the new UFL teams that came out like a week ago? Columbus Aviators, the Louisville Kings, and the Orlando Storm. And they're bringing back the Houston Gamblers. Who are you going to pick? Are you going to pick a UFL team? 3rd and 10 for Oregon. Dante Moore. Here comes a sack again. Oh, my goodness. That's like the 3rd sack on Dante Moore. Dante Moore really doesn't get sacked that often. He doesn't get sacked that often. That was Isaiah Jones with the sack. So Dante Moore has been sacked 3 times today. I know RFK's being. No, he's still Stallions. He's still Stallions. And a fair catch at around the 29-yard line. So Indiana will try to start their drive from there. But two iconic movies from the 70s where they filled campuses of these schools. Animal House in Eugene, Oregon, and Breaking Away in Indiana. Huh. I think Animal House, You Make Me Wanna Shout. Like that song was from, I think that was from that film. Indiana's, man, they're livid. They wanted to get over that hump, especially with penalties. Mendoza, play action, comeback route. Man, you got to stop these comeback routes. Oh, and Surratt breaks off a tackle. He will be pushed out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Elijah Surratt. He's doing a really damn good job, though. That's a missed tackle right there. Lalia should have been a tackle right there onto Surratt. 49 yards for Surratt. 6-0 Oklahoma over Texas now. So in that case, Indiana should score on this. Score, punt. They should score on this drive now, right? Ooh, one-handed catch, and he's still breaking tackles. Omar Cooper. Holy crap, what a catch. And an effort to run. I thought he was tackled behind the sticks. That was a one-handed catch. Oh, my gosh. And then Thieneman just does not tackle him and does not get him. So Cooper broke 2 tackles before getting the first down. Indiana's a problem. First and 10 from Morgan's 43. Rolling to his right, and he's going deep. One-on-one now. Finney, incomplete. Good coverage by Brandon Finney Jr. That was a good coverage right there. Mendoza thought he had it deep on one-on-one, but that was just good coverage by Finney. Thank goodness for that. It was just underthrown, yeah. I think that was just underthrown. It was maybe over the top. Maybe that would have been touchdown Indiana. Maybe touchdown. Maybe. All right, 2nd and 10. Drop it back. Mendoza rolling to his right this time, and he's finding room, but he's going to get tackled by Dylan Thieneman for the gain of 1. So 3rd and long situation for Indiana. But yeah, look at this at 3-5, 6-5, now 5-0. And he has 16-1 touchdown interception ratio. Brilliant stuff from Fernando Mendoza. 3rd down and 9, Austin Stadium. You know what you got to do. You got to get loud. You got to get yourself loud. 3rd and 9. Oregon brings 4. Mendoza looking, coverage, and Mendoza throwing under pressure, will throw out of bounds, incomplete. Good pressure from Oregon covering up the receivers. And Mendoza has no choice but to throw the ball out of bounds. That is great job from the Oregon defense. Manby thought he was going to get open, but good job by Bryce Bachner covering him on the flat wall, eliminating that option. You got one of the receivers, you got one guy covering top, one guy covering the bottom. So he's a bit sandwiched. You can't really throw that to them. That means you got to give it the most precise throw you got to give it the most precise throw you can possibly think of. Punt is away for Indiana. It's going to be a punch punt right here. And the ball will go backwards at the 10. It will be at the 10-yard line, and my cat wants to come in. Give me a second. Oh, that was last year? Oh, yeah. I thought last year between Ohio State and Indiana, I thought that was going to be a close game. That would be nice to see Oregon face Indiana, but Penn State was a good option, too. You watch the UFL neutrally? Okay. Just thought it would be new teams. I thought, like, yeah, why not? Like, start fresh, you know? I mean, I'm a DC Defender fan by heart, of course. Right now, yeah. Seaver in motion. Dante Moore gives it off to Lamar. Lamar will get a gain of 5 on the play. He will be tackled and bound, so the clock will continue to run. We have about 4 minutes remaining until we get to halftime. Dante Moore, 3 for 7, 23 yards. Come on, Dante. Shake it off, man. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. That's what you got to do, bud. Shake it off. Hands it off to Davidson. Davidson gets the first down, gets tackled at the 25-yard line at the left hash. Davidson becoming a contributor to this offense today. He's a true freshman. Giving me with these big explosive runs, he's reminding me a bit of Royce Freeman. When he was a freshman, when Marcus Mariota won the Heisman in 2014. Reminds me of that. About 3 minutes. Jalen Lamar gets the carry, and he gets a gain of 7. So Oregon going run heavy right now. They know that Indiana gets the ball in the second half, so they really want to take their time so Indiana does not get the ball twice. Lamar with the stiff arm, he gets the first down, gets tackled around the 38 on the left sideline. And the clock will keep running. We might get one more play before we get to the half. Before we get to the 2-minute warning. Play action, Dante Moore throws a check down to Jamari Johnson, gets a gain of 3. So you're looking at 2nd and 7. Excuse me. And that was tackled by Aiden Fisher. Oregon going tempo here. One more play, or they're probably going to let the clock run to 2 minutes. And 2-minute warning. We have a 2-minute warning. So Oregon still has the ball, 2nd and 7. Let's see. We cancel BYU versus Arizona. Because I feel like if I'm talking this much, I feel like I'm going to rest my voice. So I think that's going to be the best. And I want to save it for what we do Sunday night between the Lions and the Chiefs. All right. Let's check it. Talk about how is Air Force doing? Hold on. Maybe I got to refresh it. Maybe. But 21-13. Okay, so halftime, you're down by 8. That's not too bad. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Virginia Tech finally scored, but it's 21-7. Marshall beating Old Dominion. Kent State beating the crap out of UMass. UMass, why is UMass in the FBS? Why are they in FBS? So bad. They is bad. I'm just saying. They is bad. How are we doing between Oklahoma and Texas? They're also in a 2-minute warning, but it's 6-3. But I have my own team I can watch, and it's this game. But yeah, so I'm not going to do BYU in Arizona. I'm going to go ahead and rest my voice. All right? And go ahead and rest my voice, especially for next week, especially after a big game, because I feel like what better game is whether I cannot speak. Is there a better game than this? Maybe, possibly, but this is a marquee match. But this is a game of the week right here. So, like, in my opinion, it's like, what's better than that? Especially when it involves my team. You know, sag it down to 7. Empty backfield, Dante Moore, drop it back. Those a quick one to Gary Bryant. Gets the first down past the 50-45. Gets tackled around the 41-yard line. So the clock will stop temporarily now because we are now inside the 2-minute warning. So now they got to get ready to get the sticks ready. 1st and 10 at the 41. Dante Moore has to throw it quick. Wide open to Corian Moore. Backsteps for the first down, and he will try pushing his way. He almost broke free. Whoo! Big pass plays for the Ducks. He was open. And they're not stopping the clock, too. Yeah, so it looks like he stepped out of bounds. He was going forward, so that means the clock will stop for good until the snap goes off. 1:40 remaining for the Ducks. First and 10 from the 23. Oh, wait, hold up. We got a penalty. It might be on Oregon for a false start. Let's see. Snap infraction on the center. All right, let's see. Yeah, he moved the ball. He moved the ball without snapping it, so that is 100% going to be a snap infraction. Can't do that. Receiver in motion. And it's Davidson. Davidson gets to the 21-yard line. And the clock will continue to run. I'm surprised Indiana does not want. I think they're going to call a timeout. They're going to call a timeout once Oregon does not get the first down here so they can get the ball back. Kenyon Sadiq in motion. Pump fakes. Dante Moore rolling to his right. And he's going to throw on the run. And that's going to be incomplete. Intended to Kenyon Sadiq. 3rd and 8 with the 1:10. So Indiana will definitely save a timeout. Just missed his hands. Unfortunate. Just went through the gap of his hands. And DeCorian Moore was just open. Just straining out the field. 3rd and 8 they need to get to the 13-yard line. Dante Moore brings Gary Bryant in motion. Handoff to Davidson. Davidson tried to run, but nothing there. And the clock is going to keep running. I'm surprised Indiana is not. You would think Indiana will call a timeout so they could get the ball back. But Oregon, just take the field goal and take your points. 44, 43. Why is Indiana not calling a timeout? Because Indiana gets the ball in the second half. I would think like they would call one timeout and drive down the field, get at least a field goal, and then score again when they come back from halftime. And Sabington misses the field goal. Oh, he missed it. Kick is no good. Still tied at 10. And Sabington is stunned that he missed it. Went wide left. So now Indiana has a chance now. They could take a chance to take the lead in 24 seconds. All right. All right. First down and 10 for Indiana. In Oregon's 20. Yeah. See, Indiana. All right. Snap taken. Mendoza. Memby with the run. And he gets a big one, too. And that's a big hit. And that will be with 18 seconds. 18 seconds left. But that was a big run by Memby. That was a big run by Memby, Roman Hemby. 18 seconds. It's still doable. Pass again. He gets out of bounds around the 45. They're doing quick plays. Oregon's got to stay tight. That's what they got to do right now. That was perfect, too. Since he's inbounds, so that's going to be a timeout for Indiana. One timeout remaining for the Hoosiers. 13 seconds remaining because he was inbounds. See, his knee's down right there. And his elbow was inbounds as well. So they're going to let the clock run and not give the clock stoppage to him. .46 yards. So, wow. Even battle. Mendoza, 10 for 15, 110 yards. Dante Moore, 11 for 17, 123 yards and a tutty. So, evenly, the quarterbacks are even, other than the fact that Dante Moore is the quarterback that only threw a touchdown. They got to get to the 38 according to the field goal line on CBS here. It has to be a big one, so you got to cover the middle if you can. Mendoza looking. He's going to get pressured. He's wasting time. He has to throw on a run. And there's the flag. That's the flag. Now it's going to be on 26 in Oregon. There's the pass interference that Indiana needed. Ugh, come on now. That's 15 yards. That's 15 yards. You can't do that, man. That's a field goal. That's a field goal, and Indiana's going to take the lead. Come on, boys. Devin Jackson, you're better than that, buddy. You're better than that. And Indiana's going to call their final timeout. They're going to have Frankie because their actual field goal kicker, because here's the thing, their actual field goal kicker, his longest is 46 yards. So they're bringing Brendan Frankie, who can kick a long ball, who's pretty much their place kicker. Will go and take care of. They will take care of the long kicks. So right now, Oklahoma and Texas are at halftime with Oklahoma leading 6-3. So we might go for one more kick here. Unless Dan Lanning wants to ice the kicker. Yep. And the referee tries to jump in. And the kick was good, too. See, that's why they had him out there. The referee almost got kicked in the face. He's like, stop. Stop. He's like saying, stop. 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 That kick looked good, though. Gotta give Frankie credit. Frankie credit. That's a good kick. That's a good kick. But we are going to try that again. Oregon can't call timeout, so this is a real deal here. 58 yards. Snaps there. Kick is up. Is it good? It is good. It is good. Instead of having, with Sabington missing that field goal, Indiana takes a 13-10 lead. Wow. Impressive kick. That's an impressive kick. So there you go. That kicker is your guy going forward. Okay. Halftime time. It's halftime. Indiana takes a... All right. Whew. Indiana. Oh, there's 1 second. Hold up. 1 second. Hold on. It's not quite halftime yet. Hold up. Hold up. Not quite halftime. Excuse me. And took a knee. And now we're halftime. Now we're halftime. Oh boy, this is going to be a match. It's been back and forth. Indiana gets the field goal. Oregon gets a touchdown. Indiana gets a touchdown. Oregon ties it with a field goal, and Indiana ends the half with a field goal. It's back and forth. It's been back and forth. I feel like there should have been more penalties in favor for Indiana. For example, like whatever the defensive lineman shifting to get the move should have been delay of games. That one pass interference call should have been called. They could have been led in by multiple possessions there, but Indiana is amazing. Indiana right now is great. But Trixignitti is like short and sweet. I like that. He just answered questions that just needed to be answered, and that's pretty much it. But we are in the beauty that is halftime. All right. So what do we got going on in the college football world? What have we got going on? But yeah, Indiana, their passing game is definitely up there. It's definitely a really good passing offense right there. Their defense is doing good. I think Indiana has 3 or 4 sacks on the Dante Moore today. I'm taking a look at the box scores right now. More on the defensive side. Let's take a look. Yeah, Oregon only got 1 sack, and that was Amari Washington with the sack. But yeah, 3 sacks. Isaiah Jones and Mario Landino and Kellen Wyatt gets the share of the sack, and Aiden Fisher, the linebacker that Brad Nessler was talking about. He is definitely doing a really good job. No turnovers, though. Well, besides turnover on downs, I mean, Oregon got 1 turnover on down. But Lincoln Pence only has 1 touch. His only catch was a touchdown for 44 yards. But Other than that, like everybody has just been all over the place. Indiana's only thrown to 3 receivers. Oh my goodness. Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper, and Riley Nowakowski. But Surratt and Cooper have been a good duo on the wide receiver front of the game. So the rushing game is kind of there, but Dante Moore, negative 18. Not. But Davidson, 55 yards. He just feed him more. Feed him more. We need the speed. I think that's what we're missing right there. We need the speed. What Oregon is missing is the speed, especially back in the backfield. That is something that needs to be done. But right now on halftime, 10-7. 10-7 Notre Dame over North Carolina State. Let me check out the other games as well. 10-7. So Iowa State takes the game at halftime. We'll take the lead at halftime. Oh, you know what's good about you know what? Well, obviously, there's nothing good about the Jets here, but Jermaine Johnson and Keenan Nguanu is back. They are officially back in the lineup after being injured for quite a while. They have been injured for quite some time. So I feel like getting a few playmakers back can definitely boost the chance of winning. They're obviously the Jets are probably not going to win, but like I feel like having that feels like they could probably do this. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and check on the other games and what is happening. Let's see here. Still a lot of games at halftime. 42-6, Kent State. It's the Kent State. 42-6. Oh my Lord. Penn State beating Northwestern 14-13. Nebraska beating Maryland 24-17. Wake Forest still shutting out Oregon State 25-0. Kansas State taking a halftime lead of 14-7. Appalachian State taking the lead over Georgia State 17-0. Western Michigan shutting out Ball State 21-0. Temple beating Navy 10-7. That is definitely a surprising factor right there. Arkansas is tied with Tennessee at 10 apiece. But yeah, pretty much almost equal. Definitely almost equal first downs. But Indiana's 100% of the red zone. But Oregon's missed field goal is probably. I feel like if Oregon loses by 3, you know exactly where we have to turn back to. We had to turn back to that field goal. My question now is who does Indiana have in their schedule? So right now it's Oregon, Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland, Penn State. You know, it's unranked Penn State this time, but still Penn State's Penn State. But who knows? If Penn State loses to Northwestern, I will be laughing my tail off. Wisconsin and Purdue. So they're not facing, but that's the thing. They're not facing Ohio State or Michigan. I say their only tough matchup, I would say Penn State, Wisconsin, and of course you have Purdue. Feel like, of course Purdue is like their in-state rivals. Penn State because, defense, and Penn State beats everybody that's not ranked except you are UCLA, apparently. And Wisconsin has a tough defense. And Maryland is not bad either. And UCLA is on a hot streak. Now winning 2 games in a row as they blow out Michigan State. And speaking of Michigan State, that's who they're facing next. That just lost to UCLA. So it's kind of like, it may look like an easy schedule, but it's kind of not really for Indiana as long as they are playing their cards right. And then if we go for Oregon, let's look at Oregon's schedule. Next week, I believe, is Rutgers. Rutgers, I believe, is the next opponent. Let's take a look at Oregon's schedule. I just clicked only on Oregon's name. You fiend. Yeah, so they play Rutgers, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, USC, and Washington. So they're ending their last 2 games with former Pac-12 opponents, USC and Washington. Wisconsin, I can see be tough. Same with Iowa. And then, of course, Oregon plays on a Friday night against Minnesota. USC, they're kind of like hitting a miss. They're kind of like up and down a bit. Washington, you saw what they just did to Rutgers. Demond Williams is a deal. He is making that Washington offense alive. And if Washington keeps winning, I mean, we might have a ranked Cascade Clash in our hands. We have a ranked Cascade Clash. Because the last time we had that was 2 years. That was in 2 years ago at the final Pac-12 championship when Oregon was number 5. Well, Washington, I believe, was number 3, I believe. But it was like winner goes to the CFP automatically. So there are some good stakes on the line. But yeah, so right now it's just a big tug of war. Indiana had the lead, Oregon has the lead. Indiana has the lead, Oregon ties it, but now Indiana has the lead back, 13-10. And Indiana gets the ball back at the second half. So they can have the potential to start the half with a 2-score lead, probably leading by 10. So that's why that missed field goal was kind of a big deal right there. Because now, instead of having 13-13, it's now 13-10, Indiana taking the lead. But you got to give Indiana credit. You got to give Indiana good credit. They are playing good ball. And you are... And it looks like War of the Lions UK. Nice. Good raid. That's a nice raid, Jack. Him and Simon Glaxer are great guys. Oh, Texas. Looks like Oklahoma tried to go for a Hail Mary, but Texas intercepted it. Okay. Would have been 13-3 in favor of Oklahoma over Texas. But yeah. Oh, interception in the end zone. There you go, NC State. They got an interception. Halftime 10-7. Yeah, Notre Dame, right? North Carolina State is making it close. But the Alabama-Missouri game was definitely close. It was a close one. But I feel like they should not have come with a fake punt. They try to do a fake punt in their own territory, and it just never worked. It just did not work out. Felt like they could have gotten something different. It's like, yes, they got a touchdown, but it's like, imagine if your defense held up. I mean, I don't know where he was throwing it to. He threw that way too high. And interception. Game over. Bama wins. But who does Alabama? I think they play. Who does Alabama play next? I think Alabama plays Tennessee next, I think. I'm gonna check who's playing next week then. See here. Miami plays Louisville. Miami's hosting Louisville on Friday night. And of course, you got your Tuesday games, 3 of them actually. And of course, your Wednesdays. Nebraska, Minnesota, North Carolina, Cal. Oh gosh. Old Dominion, James Madison. There you go. On 3:30 on ESPNU. LSU, Vanderbilt. LSU and Vanderbilt should be a good one. Let's see here. Does your state celebrate Columbus Day? I am not sure. Ever since everybody has been knowing the truth about Christopher Columbus, it's like, what do we feel about him now? Is he a good person? Is he a good person? Is he a bad person? XYZ. Let's see. Missouri, Auburn. Auburn plays Georgia tonight on ABC on Sunday Night Football. Man, get the fly out of here. Texas plays Kentucky, Georgia Tech, Duke, Washington, Michigan, your 2023 national championship rematch. And Washington managed to upset Michigan as Michigan was the 10th ranked opponent. Your state gets Halloween off. You lucky bastard. You're a lucky bastard. You got that day off, bro. Arizona, Houston. That should be good. See what more matchups are good. Ohio State's facing Wisconsin. Ole Miss, Georgia on ABC. Top 10 matchup right there. Let's see. Texas Tech and Arizona State will be good. That's a ranked matchup. Maryland, UCLA. Alabama plays Tennessee. And it's at Tuscaloosa. That's a toughie. Notre Dame, USC. That is a classic rivalry because it is the state of Nevada. Because it is. Oh, it's the day Nevada became a state. Lucky. Oh, the Holy War. Utah, BYU on Fox next week. The Holy War. Take a Holy War. And Florida State, they will not be ranked next week because they took a loss to Pitt. They have taken a loss to Pitt. Tisk. Arkansas still in the lead. 17-10, but Tennessee is going to try and knock it in. They just got a touchdown, so that might be 17-17 now for Arkansas. Oh, boy. Anyways. 10-7. 10-7 Iowa State over Colorado. Yeah, I want to do BYU in Arizona, but I think I'm just going to take a break. I think I'm going to be pushing to myself. What state am I from? I can't. I'm just not comfortable with sharing where I live. I'm not comfortable with that, and I think it's going to stay that way I think that's just going to stay that way. That's just going to stay that way. Because it's you don't know who to trust online. I mean, it's you can never trust anybody online, even as the people that you know. It's I appreciate you guys sharing about your stories and such, but it's for me, it's I'm not comfortable because it's what are you guys just using that just to take advantage of yourself, So it's I'm just afraid of that, if you know what I mean. So I feel like you guys can take You completely respect that thing you talk about. I feel like you guys probably has an idea. I mean, like, and that's kind of the thing too, because like I'm a Jets fan, but I'm an Oregon, but you have no idea where I live. So I think that's kind of like a good thing. I'm a Braves fan, and I'm a DC Defender fan, and I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. But Tugboat, you're watching the UFL neutrally. Like, come on, try to pick a team, man. Come on. If you can be a fan base, if you can choose a fan base and you're just going to rock with that, that's going to be great. Like Columbus, Louisville, or Orlando. I mean, or go with the gamblers of the USFL. Go with the gamblers even. Like, start new. You can always start new. Unless if they have a team in Vegas or in Nevada, I mean, you could root for that team instead. But don't know when will that be. Is that going to happen? Who friggin' knows? But right now, the UFL is taking a step to a whole different direction. Taking a step to a whole new direction. Oh yeah, the Eli's. Lies. Eli's. But is there any crucial matchup back over week 9? Let's see. I mean, none of them have really crucial dates yet. Missouri, Vanderbilt. BYU, Iowa State, and there's South Florida versus Memphis in 2 weeks. So I was right about that matchup. Saying like that game was going to be in a couple days. I was right. All right, looks like the Red River rivalry has come back. So as of now, like Oregon, Indiana should be getting close to about halftime. Should be close to halftime for both sides of the ball. '49ers Buccaneers should be a good one. My other team's going to go 5-1 unless they pull a tie. That's the thing about ties. You will never know who's going to tie. In the world, that's a good one. You never know in the world of the NFL where there's going to be a tie. Dang. Draw the line. Yeah, why harassing people when you lose a bet or when you lost a game? Come on now. Come on now. And we are going to start the second half of the game. So here you go. We are, hold on. There we go. That's much better. There we go. All right. We are back in the second half. Indiana will get the ball. See if they can try to get a 2-possession lead over the Ducks. Trying to gain that momentum. But Oregon's defense needs to improve definitely on the passing game. Here we are officially kicking off the second half. Ball will land in the end zone for a touchback. And Mendoza will take the ball at the 25-yard line. All right, here we go. My cat's trying to get into my drawers. What are you doing, dude? All right, here's a stuffed run by Bear Alexander. That's a loss of about 2, I believe, on that play. But Bear Alexander getting the Oregon defense off to a good start. It's a 3-yard loss on the 3-yard run loss by Bear Alexander with the tackle. Mendoza fakes the handoff, throws a quick pass, and that's batted down, incomplete. Almost picked off. And that was almost picked off. That was by Titum Tuioti. Batted down, but almost picks it off. Boop. There you go. Now it's 3rd and 13 for the Hoosiers. Austin Stadium's getting allowed. It looks like a little bit of rain here, too. We might get some slipperiness on the field now. Hand off to Membe, and Membe gets tripped up. And that is Bryce Bechter. A longtime Oregon fan watching the days of Marcus Mariota will get the tackle. Gives Indiana a quick 3 now, which is definitely what Oregon needs out of the boys. Physical. Got to play physical. We got to play physical. This is a top 10 matchup for a reason. We delivering blows from one to the other. Comes the punt. And a fair catch will be made around the 35-yard line. So Oregon will start at their 35-yard line. Come on. Take advantage, Oregon. Come on. We got to stop Mendoza. That's what we got to do. We got to bring the pressure on the Mendoza. Completely stuff the rough. Got to get physical. Do not draw these pass interference plays because that was pretty much the big reason why they got the field goal in the first place. That's why they have this lead right here. They have a lead right there. So what do we do? Dang. King Henry. Little King Henry VIII. Oh, man, that guy is an idiot. That guy literally kept having children until he had a son, and turns out his son was a complete idiot, too. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess. So, like, it's like girl at the girl, at the girl, at the gore, at the girl. And then his Y's were until he finally has a son. And his son, I think his Edward, is an idiot. He's an idiot. That's what I love about it. That's like I love learning about history too, because it's like you learn such interesting stuff. But it's like if it's something that just can't keep you laughing, it's like that is a good historic fact. Like for example, like what the term of history repeats itself. That's like Napoleon tried to invade Russia in the winter, while Hitler did the same thing to Stalingrad in the Soviet Union. Both ended the same results. So it's like, did you not learn from what other people have been doing? Hayden Smith, he might be he might draft high. He might draft high. Aiden Fisher. What? He's a linebacker. He's a senior, so he could get drafted this year. All right. First and 10 from the Oregon 35-yard line with 10:38 remaining. Almost elite. Almost elite time. Dante Moore, single back formation. And he's going to play action, throws on a run. He gets it to Kenyon Sadiq. Kenyon gets the first down, and he was stepped out of bounds around the 45-yard line. He dropped coverage onto Sadiq, and Sadiq just guess what he did. Yeah, I guess he will step out of the 48-yard line. DeCorian Moore in motion. Chop pass to Moore, past the 50. And he will be at the other 40. He will be at the 48 in Indiana territory. So that's a gain of 4 on the play. So Oregon's going to be looking at a second and medium distance, like 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 on the play. Second down to 6 now for Oregon. To keep an eye on that linebacker. He might blitz. Dropping back. Moore rolling to his right. And he fumbled too. But it went out of bounds. But there is a flag on the play. Could be holding on the Ducks. And that's going to be on Harkey. So that's the 5th penalty for Oregon today. Alex Harkey. So now both Indiana and Oregon have 5 penalties of the game. 5 accepted penalties of the game. So 2nd and 16 for Oregon now. That's not good. So the 47-yard line now. They're declining to 10 yards. Intriguing. Yeah, because he fumbled. He's like, hey. Hey. Oh, the booing. He's trying to get what he wants. So there you go. So now it's 3rd and 11 at the 47-yard line. There we go. Got to get more time to throw. Bryant in motion. Screen to Bryant, and Bryant only gets 2 yards on the play. Only to the 50. So 4th down now for Oregon. Indiana's defense has held up. Aiden Fisher's good. He's good. Aiden Fisher. Such a great linebacker. He is disrupting. He's disrupting the Oregon's offense. He is disrupting the offense. Ferguson Reynolds with the punt. Oh, they're faking. Why are you faking it? Okay, then he punts it. Okay. Oh, perfect. Holy crap. It looked like he was about to fake it. But Thiedemann, good job for Thiedemann being aware with the ball rolling. He was about to roll to the end zone. That was awesome. Good job, Thiedemann. That is a brilliant play. Brilliant special teams play. And Indiana's going to start from the 1 to the 2-yard line. Brilliant stuff by Ferguson Reynolds. Respect. He's a big league. He's a big league booster. I love a good Fansville commercial. Toasted pizza sandwiches, yum. Pizza is a sandwich. Yeah, you know what you do? You fold the pizza and then you eat it like that. Technically, that's a sandwich. If a hot dog's a sandwich and then you have a pizza like this, that's kind of like a pizza sandwich. But does Oregon take advantage of? So does Oregon take advantage with Indiana being that pinned back around the 1 or the 2 yard line? We gotta wait and find out because that's huge. At least the penalties don't last long. Oh, that's a beautiful picture of the river. Beautiful picture of the river. Yeah, the ball is at the 2. But the view of Austin Stadium, beauty. That's beauty. Bill Snyder, Barry Alvarez, Craig Signetti. Well, he's doing that. Craig Signetti's doing that. He's in contention with the Ducks. So he's so far winning with Indiana. So they're at the 2. It might QB sneak it. He's a fairly big dude. So they might just go for it. They might just try to push it, but they're in shotgun. Snap taken. Oh, incomplete. Good defense by the Ducks. But Rat got open. He got open. You see how open he got? Man. I'm 3 seconds behind, so that's fine. Texas scores a touchdown. They are now beating Oklahoma with 10-6 now. Second and 10. He's doing quick passes. And here's the run. And the run will only get about 2 yards, so at the 4 now. Indiana's so good. All right, 3rd and 8 now. 3rd and long opportunity for Indiana. Snap taken. Mendoza drop it back. He's going to get pressured. And they're saying incomplete. The ball touched the ground. Incomplete. A quick 3 now for Indiana. That's exactly what Oregon did. The pressure was there, but does the ball... Yep, incomplete. It did bounce. That bounced. Yeah, it's now McCarthy's got to punt this thing quick. He's pinned back in his own end zone. And he does get rid of it quickly, but does not get to the other side territory. Taking it from the 45 is Bryant. Past the 40, will be stopped around the 33-yard line. So 10:29 remaining. Oregon grabs the ball back. But Oregon's defense did a good stand. Make sure Mendoza does not get the ball, does not hold on to the ball long so he can throw to whoever's open. But now Oregon needs to take that advantage and put it into scores. 38-yard line, not the 33. That's a correction right there. Here's Jordan Davidson coming over to the backfield. Quick pass it to Corian Moore. Corian Moore goes to the left sideline. He's trying to make an escape, but he will only get 2 yards out of the play. So 2nd and 8 for the Ducks. All right. 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line. A little bit of a pistol formation. Handing off to Hill. Hill going right, but we'll lose 2 yards. And that is Jones again. Isaiah Jones with the stuff run. As De'Aaron Hill will lose 2 on the run. This defense, that's the toughest. I don't know. Indiana's defense is definitely tougher than Penn State. I'm not going to lie. Because Indiana is getting consistent stops on Oregon if you're comparing it to Penn State. 3rd and 9 from the 37. Empty backfield look for Moore. Moore going deep left side field. And that went way deep. So there's a miscommunication between both Moores. So another 3 and out from Oregon. But the pressure was there. Guess who's there? Should have been a roughing the passer a little bit. But Isaiah Jones was there with the pressure. He already got the sack on the Dante Moore. He's hungry for more. And Oregon is going. Really? You're going for it? 4th and 9? What? 4th and 9. You're going for it? He gets it. That's McClellan with the catch. That is intriguing. Oh, and I see Moore limping. Oh, Dante Moore's limping. Oh, no. No, he's freaking limping. He's like limping his way to the field. And he's going deep. Incomplete. Ball will go incomplete. Where the hell's my mouse? There we go. He took a late hit. Are you kidding me, man? He took a late hit. Are you serious, man? And he was just limping. At least he's not hurt. At least he's not hurting. Well, at least he's not like on the ground hurt. Tough it out, Dante. Come on. We need you out in the field, man. We need you out on the field. 2nd and 10. Davidson with the carry. He gets past the 20. He gets to the 20. But still, we're in a 3rd and medium distance now for Oregon. Show some power, Davidson. $59 today. All right, come on. You need to get to the 14. Dante Moore, drop, pump fakes, gets to Davidson, and he's short. He's 2 yards short. Oh, my goodness. He's 2 yards shy. They might go for it. Knowing Dan Lanning, he will go for it. Here we go. But they're going to get a field goal. Okay, they're going to try to tie it up. He missed a 36-yarder. He missed from 36, but made from 40. So this one's going to be placed in the middle. 34 yards, and that kick, it's up and good. And we are tied at 13. So the big 4th down conversion to Jeremiah McClellan kept the drive alive so Oregon could kick a field goal as we are tied at 13. Oregon forced 2. I think Brad Nestor also says that Oregon forced back-to-back 3 and outs on the play. They forced 3. They forced 2 3 and out plays. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Still good. All right, we're still good. All new Vanilla Pro. Just ice cream. They look like Dairy Queen. The guy looks like Dairy Queen soft serve, or like I don't know, but ice cream like that sounds so good. It's like it's a Google phone ad. They're saying like every iPhone is like the same. Oh, Sequina Martin Green. She plays they were just showing a trailer, but she was Sasha on The Walking Dead. Archie Manning wide open in the end zone, touchdown Texas. 10-6 right now in the Red River rivalry. There you go. Ooh, San Jose State versus Wyoming and San Diego State versus Nevada. Tonight on CBS Sports Network. All right. I like CBS when they do football. I don't know. I always like the representation they have. Fox recently has just been under the weather recently. Savington with the kickoff now. And I will be touched back, so Indiana will get the ball at the 25-yard line. All righty. First down and 10 for Indiana. Fernando Mendoza will try to get the lead back. Hold on, Cat. Give me a minute. And this is Black. And he will get no gain on the play. And he will be and the clock will actually keep on moving, actually. Second down at 9 for the Hoosiers. RFK, is this you? Thunder Jr.? Bruh. What the hell, man? Mendoza getting pressured. Good defensive play from Oregon. That's really nice. That was Jaden Kennedy. Oh, no, there's a flag. Son of a gun. Pass interference on number 7. You've got to be kidding me. What? He wasn't doing anything. How was that pass interference? Let's see 22 then. He was. I'm going to say, like, you got the wrong guy. That's Mark Hooper. Second down now for Indiana. I don't know. Like they got the wrong number. My granddad was a football star, and they call him Thunder. I became good at football, so they call me Thunder Jr. Come on, RFK. I know that is you. Come on now. Oh, now. 2nd and 5 for Indiana. Pistol formation. Here's the handoff. And that's a fumble, but only a gain of 1. But only a gain of 1. 3rd down for the Hoosiers. And that was a fumble, too. Yeah, that was a fumble. He was losing control of it. Tuioti. So now Indiana facing 3rd and 3 with about 5.5 minutes. This fan, this guy, he likes to troll at times. Well, in actuality, yes, but oh no, Mendoza just got a 1st down on the run. Well, he's the Secretary of Health, I believe. Like he's the head of the health department. I don't know. But he goes by, he said RFK knows the Bulls will go 5-0 in the preseason. He just likes being silly. Drive is alive for Indiana. They're at the Oregon's 47 now. They are driving. And this is Henby. Henby just got a big run, but he trips and will get a gain of 8. He is short. The Chicago Bulls. Use the Bulls. They're Chicago. As like this guy. He was telling me that he was having this phobia. Mendoza throwing left side wide open. Dang it. And it's freaking Surratt. Elijah Surratt. He's always so good. Him and Cooper have been finding ways to get open. That is a bad phobia to have. He has 5 catches, 71 yards. This passing game has not been on the good side for Oregon today. Here comes the little end around. He's tripping, but Tuioti gets the tackle for loss. He slipped. No, I can't show the game because that would be copyright. I will have to get permission to watch the game. Am I a big enough star to watch that? No. The answer is no. Follow the crowd? No. 2nd and 14. Mendoza. Scanning the field. Jerry Mixon, he missed it. He missed that tackle. Dag nabbit. He missed it. That should have been Mixon's tackle right there. Son of a gun. That's not even Mixon anyways. It is 54. Dag nabbit. Now they're 1st and goal. Because of that missed tackle, 1st and goal now. Driving back, Mendoza goes in for the end zone. And flag. It's going to be on Oregon. Then Kirk Signani went to the refs like, look, these penalties are BS. You got to call more of that stuff on Oregon. It's like he threw a freaking fit. He's like, look, I'm tired of getting penalties called on me. You got to call this crap on Oregon. Seven penalties for Oregon now. Second pass interference because we know that Indiana's players are getting open. They're getting open. They're just getting open. Handing off to Memby. Touchdown. That's a touchdown. 2nd of the day for him. Shoot. there were too many penalties on that drive. Too many penalties. We committed 2 pass interference in 1 drive. That's unacceptable. (20-13) now. Kirk Signetti really showing up a fight. I said the game's going to be tough. It's showing. On the shirt, Oregon. They just got scored. Indiana scored on Oregon just now. And of course, I'm a fan of the garbage Jets. Braves fan for baseball. DC Defenders for the United Football League. All that. I'll watch it, but you're just saying that to spite me. I know it's so much. I know whoever's doing it, you're trolling. Yeah, you're so 100% trolling. So it's RFK. RFK, it's like went through. Yeah, RFK, that's so 100%. That's you. I know RFK, come on. Because Winthrop is the same. It's the same team as in the Big South. They represent the Big South. Mr. Two. Mr. Two therapy. With the wink. They're leading on Oregon, man. Well, Oregon will get the ball, but we gotta we gotta have a score. And that's going to be in the touchback. Signetti effect. Look at that win percentage. You're a kindergarten. Noah Whittington try to run left side, gets a 6-yard gain to the 31-yard line. All right, come on, Oregon. Handing off to Whittington again. And he's about a yard short. You got one cat right here, right beside me. Got a cat right beside me. Yeah, that was just a dirty low. That's just a low hit. That should have been pass. That should have been pass interference. Or not pass interference, probably the passer on that play. Oh, the QB sneaking it. Ooh. They were he was quick on the QB sneak. We have about now we're gonna reach 1 minute until the third quarter, and this is where things are gonna get really, really dicey. Things will get dicey. All right. First down and 10 for Oregon at the 38-yard line. Morris dropping back. He's going to throw to the right sideline, incomplete. And that's what's just defended. That was defended well, man. Benson only has one catch. He has never been open. He has never caught a pass ever since that touchdown in the first first quarter. Indiana's doing a good job preventing Oregon having that pass offense. Deer Hill, and he's going to lose yardage. Well, there's that now. Well, that's that. Wow. And the end of the third quarter. We have 3 games remaining. Okay, what in the hell is this? But anyways, we're in the fourth quarter. Yeah, you're RFK. Okay, what the oh my gosh. Why is it smaller? Why is it smaller? And my freaking ring light just went out because I slammed my fist and everything just went freaking kaplooey. Yeah, I'm not happy. Indiana is really showing well. I got to give Indiana props. They are putting more of a fight to Oregon than Penn State did yesterday. I mean, 2 weeks ago. Speaking of which, how are they? Speaking of which, how the heck are they doing? Yeah, see, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, looks like we're okay. But see, 13-6. Just wondering how the heck how is Penn State doing? Only winning by 5 to Northwestern. They're in 11. Dante Moore dropping back. Oh, he's going to get freaking pressed. Yeah, oh my gosh. And that's Wyatt, one of the premier linebackers with Fisher. Oh my gosh. Oregon's going to lose, man. Indiana's defense is good. It's damn good. Man. Indiana, they got like 4 or 5 sacks on the Dante Moore today. That was a close one. That was a close one, and I forgot to start the time. What time was it? Streaking Ducks. Well, say goodbye to those streaks, man. Say goodbye to the streak. Can't win them all, folks. Can't win them all. Mendoza, handoff, throws a screen, immediately gets tackled by Bacter, Bryce Bacter, the senior linebacker. So now Indiana will face second down 9 after that 1-yard gain off the screen. Don't know why that went green for a second, but okay. Nowakowski was the one who called it. Second down 9. Handed off to Memby, but nope, Mendoza's actually keeping it to himself. He gets good yardage, but he's about 2 yards short of a first down. So now Oregon's in a crucial third down. Third and 2 for Indiana. Drop it back, going big. He's going to go deep, and it's picked. That's picked. Braylon Finney with the interception, past the 10, sidesteps, and he runs it in. Pick 6, Oregon. Let's freaking go. All right. Brandon Finney Jr. Redemption. Come on. Good job, man. That's exactly what we needed. We need to get motivated with that. That's exactly what we've been looking for. But why the hell are you trying to go that deep? And he was getting pressure, so he had no choice but to throw on the back foot. But interception, extra point, we're tied at 20, just like that. There we freaking go. Yeah, he was getting pressured by 3 Ducks, so he was throwing off the back foot. Then Brandon Finney was under him, so he cut his route and he just took it to the house. But there we go. That's exactly what Oregon needed. We needed that boost of confidence. And we got to defend, and we got to do it again. We have to do it again. It's not over, of course. But that is something that the Ducks needed. It's a little tug. Like I said, this is just tug and war. This is a tug of war matchup. Physicality. Oregon got that one turnover. I think that's the first turnover all game. If you're not including turnover on downs. That interception alone was the first turnover all game. And I think that was also Mendoza's second interception of the season. But there we go. So Oregon's tied at 20. We just need to continue stopping Indiana, and Oregon has to drive down the field and keep scoring. That is what Oregon needs to keep doing. This is what Oregon needs to keep doing. Oh my goodness. Northwestern got a touchdown. They're taking the lead over Penn State. Come on, Northwestern. Come on, Northwestern. Beat them. Beat them. Beat them. Temple still leading against Navy? Damn. Yeah, both teams have been playing really damn good. And then and of course you saw the pick 6 that happened. Look at that. Third down struggles. Combined 5 for 22 on third downs. Good Lord. All right. So Indiana will get the ball back. But Oregon's defense is back onto the field, so they're still a threat. Still raining. It's still raining on the field. There's still a good amount of rain on the field, so little rubber ducky. Where's Ernie where you need him? And that's going to be a touchback, so Indiana will start at their 25. Wow. He was trying to avoid a contact, so he used the umpire, but it was still not enough to have Brandon Feeney just get the turnover. That is incredible. Mendoza hands it off to Hemby. Hemby slips with a 2-yard gain. 10 minutes left remaining in the Red River rivalry. Texas is leading 13-6. And Arkansas is down by 3 against number 12, Tennessee. And Georgia Tech looks like they're going to run this away against Virginia Tech. It's 35-20. Same thing with Notre Dame, 27-7. All right. Second down at 8. Mendoza takes a snap, gets a short pass, and that's the first down for Amar Cooper. He's been making good catches, and he's just getting much for the first down. He beats it. Yeah, he did. He did beat the tackle. All right. Yo, Indiana's having first down and 10. First down and 10 from the 36. Mendoza dropping back. Pressure's coming. Tackling Henby. Roman Henby gets tackled immediately by Bryce Bochter. That will be a 2-yard gain on the play for Indiana. Clock will continue to keep on ticking. Approaching 11 minutes remaining of the fourth quarter. Second down, 7. Henby goes in motion, goes behind Mendoza. Mendoza takes a snap, hands it off to Henby, and Henby goes up to the right, gets a pick, gets 2-3 on the play. So now they're facing a little bit of a third and long. Indiana's now facing a third and long situation here. Third and 4, Mendoza dropping back, ringing 5. That's not a first. That's not a first. That's not a first. Flowers made a hit, but that's not a first. Come on now. That's not a first. Not like it matters because that's going to be first down, Indiana. First down, Dag Nabbit. Son of a gun. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Huh? His head was not. How is he offsides? Hands off to Black. Black gets a gain of 2. Oregon has 8 penalties. Indiana has not been called penalties ever since like the whole penalties fiasco. The second half penalties, it's been all Oregon. Oregon has been called with these penalties. Don't know what to feel about that. Second and 8 now. 9.5 minutes remaining of the fourth. Handing off to Black. Black using his blockers, and he is a yard short. He's close to a first down. They're just running it. They're not even passing it. They're just running it. They know they can get it. That's a false start. That's false start on the right tackle. It's number 67. And that's the first penalty that's been called in Indiana on the second half, actually. He flinched. He freaking flinched. So now instead of 3rd and 1, now you have 3rd and 6, which is huge for the Oregon Ducks defense. Third down and 6 for the Hoosiers. 3rd and 6. Mendoza dropping back. Spin move. Caught by Elijah Surratt, and he gets down to the 35. Oh, my gosh. He just keeps getting open. He is getting open. Just a nice route by him. He's a senior. He could be drafted. He could be drafted this year. Oh. Hands it off to Memby. Memby gets about, I think, 3. I think he's going to get 3 on the carry. 8 minutes remaining. They're quiet because they know Indiana's moving the ball no matter how they're taking it. They're moving the ball. They are moving the ball. They're 0-46. Well, they can do it right here. Blitz coming, and there's the flag. They're going to call delay a game, Oregon, right? All starting the offense. Oh, my gosh. Oregon keeps getting away with it some way, somehow. 2nd 11. Now it doesn't matter because Indiana can find a way to get a first down because they're just moving the ball well. Oh, it's 7 penalties. I thought Oregon had 8. I can fix that. Mendoza, there's a screen to Surratt. Surratt, oh, he got good blocks too. He's past the 10. Oh, shoot. Freaking Elijah Surratt, this guy. That's just good blocking by Cooper. Blocker just went down on the block, but the Indian with the game-saving tackle. With a touchdown-saving tackle. We're just only delaying the inevitable at this point. We're only delaying the inevitable at this point. Son of a gun. RBO incomplete. I could change it right now. It's 7 penalties for Oregon. Boop. It was almost picked off. Second and goal now. Mendoza dropping back. He's looking. He has a lane to run. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Over the top. Incomplete. 3rd and goal now for Indiana. Third and goal now. Oh, my goodness. Because I just want to get for the end zone. Indiana will take a timeout. Yeah, this is what they have to do with 6:27 remaining. Indiana needs that lead over Oregon. Oregon's only lead coming into the game was that 7-3 lead after that long touchdown from Malik Benson. But ever since, it's been like Indiana leading, tied. Indiana leading, tied. Like it's been back and forth with those types of lead changes and how the game is going. Oregon has not gotten a lead ever since that Malik Benson touchdown. But Dan Lanning got to get his boys motivated. And Mateo Uiagalelei has not gotten a sack. I don't think we have gotten another sack ever since that Amari Washington sacked him. But that means Mendoza's playing. Besides that pick 6, he's been doing pretty good so far. He's trying his best not to he's not trying to be too explosive. Like in a good matchup, it's like he had to focus on the smaller details and try to make a miss. from the 8. They're probably going to go corner out with Surratt on the top of your screen. Here we go. And that's what he's doing. That's a push-off. That's a push-off. That's a push-off. Whatever. That's a stupid push-off. That's a push-off. That's a push-off. That's a freaking push-off. Whatever, man. Whatever. 27-20 Indiana. Morgan needs a touchdown. How in the world was that not a pass interference on the offense? Crap. All right, let's go ahead and check on the other games then. Son of a gun, man. At least this game is not a blowout. I'd rather take a close game than a blowout, if I'm being completely honest. Texas up 20-6 over Oklahoma. Northwestern has the ball in the Penn State's 20, and they're still in the lead. Oh, my goodness, it's beautiful. Oh, my goodness, that's so beautiful. Dum, dum. Like Oregon has, so now Oregon needs to get a touchdown. But we got to stop it. Elijah Surratt has been a game changer on the offense, and also Memby. And also Memby, too. Like, 121 yards to Elijah Surratt. And, of course, that touchdown. He's been a game changer today with the Ducks. Don't tell anybody about my secret spot. But 6:22. So we pretty much only got two. If the score is still one possession, we mainly have two chances to take over. At best. That's all I can think of. Got to get the Oregon's offense. Got to get ready, man. They blitz 6, so now you're leading with one-on-one coverage. I knew he was going to throw. I knew he was going to throw to his receiver. I knew he was going to throw to his best receiver too. That should have been saw coming. It's like when you're throwing to a corner route, you're always throwing it to your best receiver because they have that good catch in traffic. There you go, the pick 6. That's the only reason why we're still there. It's the pick 6. And we're going against Indiana's defense, so this is just not good, doesn't it? Dante Moore takes a snap, and he gets sacked. There is just no protection today. Dante Moore was sacked only one time in the first 5 weeks. He's been sacked, I believe, 5 times today. And there was a flag, but they declined it because of the sack. 6 sacks tonight. 6 sacks today. This Indiana defense is going to wreak havoc in the CFP. Oh, that's going to get picked. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, man. I think that's the game right there. That defense is damn good. This is something Penn State would have done 2 weeks ago. This is something Penn State would have done 2 weeks ago. The defensive lineman deflected it, and it was picked off. And that's Indiana ball. Damn it. Just damn it. And there's a penalty. Ball start. That's on the tight end, Rowakowski. The false start's on tight end, Nowakowski. But yeah, boop. And that's going to get caught. Just a pop fly. I mean, that's what you do. 1st and 15 from the Oregon's 37-yard line. Handing off to Memby is Mendoza. My gosh, he's good with that too. He's good at play action. I keep on thinking Memby has the ball, but Mendoza can also run too. Damn. And they were just blocking too. They're 2nd and 7. That was a gain of 8 on the run. So now Indiana's only facing 2nd and 7. Sucks though. And off to Memby. Memby will get stuffed at the 27-yard line. So that's a gain of 2. So 3rd and 5 coming up for the Hoosiers. We got to get Oregon's got to get a stop. They got to get a stop. Only 41 total yards on the second half. That's unbelievable. Spin and tail 2 has. At least Indiana's being consistent. Here we go. Oregon bringing pressure. That's not a first down. Not a first down. Rowakowski catches it, but does not break the plane. So that's 4th and short for Indiana. I do not think he got that. No, he did not. He does not get it. They're going to stop to review it. They're going to take another look at it, but I do not think that's a first down. But my goodness. He's short. He's 100% short. He's right on the 22. He does not get to the 22. So, but it's like fourth down. You're 4th and 1. You go for it and you kill clock. That's what you would do if you are Indiana right there. Yeah, it's upheld. What? It's a first down? You did not make. It's the start of the 22. That's bullcrap. It really did not look like he made it to the 22. What the crap is that? What the hell? How is that a first down? I'm for real. How is that not a first down? How is that a first down? That's a crock of crap and you know it, game. Oh my gosh. I'm usually not this angry with Oregon, but god damn. They're going to freaking win this game because Indiana they have a brilliant defense and they run the ball. They have been running the ball very effectively, and Oregon does not know how to stop. And that's a first. That's a first. It was a close one, but that pick from Dante Moore was the game changer. The pick six looked like game changer, but Indiana was more consistent than Oregon was. Oregon did not protect Dante Moore as often. We are letting receivers getting open too often, like as Elijah Surratt. He was getting open way more often. He gets stuffed. And then 3 minutes, so it looks like Dan Laney's going to take another timeout. At least it's a good game. Damn. But, man. Georgia Tech wins. That's expected. Texas is winning by 17 over Oklahoma. How in the hell? I mean, I guess like the quarterback is injured, but golly. Oregon and Oklahoma is gonna be the losers of the top 10 today. And Northwestern defeats Penn State. Jeez, Penn State. How are you this garbage? They're not. Yes, they're 3-3, but they're 0-3 in conference play. They have the same record in conference play as damn Rutgers. Man. Penn State, you losing to Northwest. You lost to Northwestern. Oregon took care of business against Northwestern. What's Northwestern's record? They're 4-2 and 2-1 in Big Ten play. Oh, sweet jeebers, man. Penn State's bad. They are not making it to the Big Ten championship. No doubt. They're not making it. You're losing to you losing to Northwestern. What the hell? Yeah, with Oregon losing, they're going to drop to third place, and that will now if the season ends today, it would be Ohio State versus Indiana. Second down and 10. Dante Moore, yeah, Oregon's offense wants a chance, but Indiana's going to do what they can. One coverage at the top. Memby gets a 3-yard gain. It looks like the final timeout has been made. Well, Oregon has no timeouts. No timeouts left for the Ducks. Elijah Surratt. Oh, he was that guy who ran the game-winning touchdown last 2 weeks ago. Keep an eye on Elijah Surratt for the rest of the year, guys. He's been everywhere 2 weeks ago, and he was everywhere against Oregon. He's a keeper. 121 yards. 15.1 yards a catch. Oregon's alignment couldn't protect. We let Surratt do his thing. And Indiana has been more consistent this game than Oregon did. They have more offensive production. Oregon didn't really produce much in the second half when it comes to offense. So that's what happens when that just sucks. But it is what it is. And then he gets past to the 5, and the clock is going to run down. It's not going to be the 2-minute warning, but it's going to be 4th and 3. We have no timeouts. So Indiana will call the timeout with 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. They will try to extend it to make it 30-20. You know, this game could be one possession game if Sappington missed a field goal. Look at this. Indiana was nowhere near in the top 10 in the preseason rankings. Texas out, even though they won today. Penn State, they're sucking. They lost to Northwestern. Clemson is out. But Indiana was not in the preseason top 10. Oregon was, but they were in the lower end of number 7. So now the question is, now with the upcoming loss for Oregon, where would you have them rank? it wasn't necessarily like a blowout win. I say put Oregon down to number 6. Oregon should not be dropped out of the top 10 after a close game like this. Indiana came to town and they put an impressive win. Put Indiana into 4th. I put Indiana in 4th place. Well, it probably just depends on what happens with Texas A&M against Florida. But Indiana should be inside top 5. But 30-20, son of a gun. Oh, man. We got to get a touchdown or a field goal, and we got to recover the onside kick, and then we have to either tie it or get the win, depending on what Oregon does. You know what I'm thinking, too? I'm thinking that Indiana might squib kick it. Why? Because Oregon is going to be very dependent on that 2-minute timeout, so they might squib kick it. Because when the ball bounces in field, clock will roll. That's what I'm thinking. Or they're going to just get it a touchback. Okay, that's that too. So Oregon now has one more chance. Oregon has one more chance to try to get it back. 2-possession game. Kurt Cignetti is turning this football program around. He is looking to get the school's first top 5 win on the road. And he's thinking get the first one here today with Oregon. And they are up by 10 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Dante Moore. And that's picked. That's game. Ladies and gentlemen, that's game. Intercepted by Isaiah Jones. Well, that's going to be game. Well, you can't win all of them, right? Oregon's win streak in the regular season and their home winning streak will come to an end. So they're probably just going to Kiwi sneak it. Indiana's defense is fantastic. Indiana will make it to the Big Ten championship. They will. I'm having money on Indiana making it. So congratulations, Indiana. You stopped the juggernaut. That was Oregon. You stopped Oregon's offense for doing anything. So congratulations to you guys. So I hope you guys have yourself a great rest of your night. And I will see you for Sunday night football between the Lions and the Chiefs. So have a good night, everybody.